Hi, everyone. Welcome to this edition of our one-to-one video series where we bring you the best matchmakers and dating experts to help you navigate the world of dating. We're here with Steve Ward. Steve Ward is a famous dating expert. Most of you know him from the VH1 show Tough Love, where he gives the male perspective. Steve is also the star of the show. He's the executive producer as well as the host of the show. Steve, along with his mom, master matchmaker Joanne Ward, wrote the book Crash Course in Love. Thank you so much, Steve, for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. How long have you been in the dating business?
I've been matchmaking ever since graduating college, almost 10 years ago. And my mom groomed me for this career my entire life, and so I kind of was like a fish to water. But when I graduated college and got right in, well, actually, the business has evolved a lot over the years, and we're doing things a lot differently than we've done in the past. Now we primarily rely on our coaching program to guide our clients into relationships, because matchmaking as an art form has kind of started to, I guess you could say, lose its appreciation, much like the opera, if you will. Mm-hmm. And so people are meeting others in a variety of ways, shapes, and forms of dating. So it's evolved a lot over the years, and because dating has evolved, my mom and I have had to evolve our business. And so although we do still do matchmaking as a significant portion of our customer experience, we really believe that the best value is in the coaching and the guidance that we give them.
Okay. So how does someone become a client? Like if somebody wanted to get coaching from you, how would they go about doing that?
Well, if they visit the website, mastermatchmakers.com, okay, and they click on the link for coaching or matchmaking or even get started, which is prominently in the middle of the page, we'll receive the specific detail, and if you add a photo and as much information as possible, we'll be able to determine a solution that would make the most sense for you. Someone on my staff will call you personally to qualify you to see if you're a good fit, and if we deem you qualified, and really that depends on what someone's looking for, what their situation is, maybe in their marriage or relationships or what have you, and we would offer them a program that we think makes the most sense. If they're interested, then they pay the fee, they execute the agreement, and they begin the coaching program with whoever their designated coach is going to be. So at that point, once they go through the coaching experience, and we're feeling they're near completion, me and my staff put our heads together and we turn to our database, we turn to our resources, and we start producing the first opportunity for them to meet someone, at least through us, and to have a chance to put what we teach them into practice.
Steve, you're the executive producer for Tough Love. How did the show come about?
We were contacted by a production company, High Noon Entertainment, that produces a lot of cable reality television as well as cooking shows and shows of the like. They also produce Cake Boss, among many other successful cable programs, and they were asked to create a dating show from a male's point of view. Some network expressed an interest in seeing a program to that effect, and so these women that contacted me came to Philadelphia, got to know my mother and I, put together a little what they call sizzle reel to give somebody who hasn't met us before an indication of who we are and what we're about. And then we went out and we started pitching networks on the idea of working together and creating a show, a reality show from a dating perspective. So okay. We were very successful in pitching it, and we decided to go with VH1 for a host of reasons, and that's how we got to where we are today.
Okay, great show, by the way. One of the things, yeah, I love the show. I've watched all seasons. One of the issues that I notice about most of the women on the show, on Tough Love, is that a lot of them seem to have body insecurities. Women in general, seem to have insecurities about their bodies. I was actually surprised when, I think it's Miss Great Britain who's on this season, Leilani, said that she didn't feel confident, without her hair, because she is absolutely perfect. Why do you think, so many women feel imperfect, even if they are?
Well, I think it's a different set of circumstances for every woman. Mm-hmm. In Leilani's case, she's made a living off of competing in pageants competing for commercial modeling opportunities. All of these competitions are based entirely on their appearance. And so, obviously, someone can be very insecure about, even the slightest imperfection when that imperfection could potentially cost them, the opportunity to earn a living.
How can a woman build her self-esteem and feel better about herself? Especially, if she's gained a few pounds or certain things that she's not too proud of.
Well, it really just depends upon the support that you're getting from the people that you are surrounded by. You need to be encouraged, and you need to be motivated. And you can't sit there and spend, your time wallowing in self-pity about why you're not in the relationship you want to be in. A lot of times, women don't make the effort to look their best. And that doesn't mean, to spend a bunch of money on expensive clothes or plastic surgery. It means living a healthy lifestyle, going to the gym, working out, dieting, doing things to make sure that you look the best that you should look. And then at that point, the rest is up to fate and in good intentions. And I believe very much in, the law of attraction and the law of intentions. And so you have to get out there and bring love into your life, but you got to be at your best. You can't sit there and feel sorry for yourself and expect some guy to be attracted to you, when you're down in the dumps. You got to get happy first, and then you got to find love.
Absolutely. What about, rejection? Because women are not used to doing the asking. And now, when they put themselves out there, a lot of them are not, you don't know how to deal with rejection. What do you say to that?
I say you can't have your cake and eat it too. Don't sit there and tell me I should vote for you to be the president of my country and then tell me you don't have the chutzpah to go up to a guy and ask him for his phone number.
Right.
Okay? All right. You can't have it both ways. Okay? So it's one or the other. If you want to stay traditional and you want the guys to do all the asking, then stay out of politics in the boardroom. You don't like that, do you?
Right.
Okay? No. Exactly. So why's it got to be us to do all the work? And that's what quality is about. It's about both sexes being able to have the benefits and the opportunities of the other sex, but as well as the responsibility and the expectation, in the same vein. I believe in personal accountability, and I believe that people have the opportunity to create the life they want to live, but you have to take the initiative, and you can't put the burden on anyone else but yourself. Life is what it is.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. You gotta accept, the reality of the situation, and you can't try to adapt the world to you. You have to adapt to the world.
What about trust? Building trust. A lot of, people seem to be out there with a lot of baggage.
You have to have friends that you trust support you, and to introduce you to people that they trust, and to, look out for your best interests, to make sure that you're not taking a chance on somebody that isn't a good fit for you, or is giving you obvious indications that, that they're not genuine, that they're not looking for what you're looking for. Use common sense. Keep an open mind, but use common sense. Yeah, I really enjoyed this conversation. It's been a lot of fun, and I appreciate you having me on your show. And if anybody's interested, in my services, go to mastermatchmakers.com or check out the app, Fun, Sexy, Cool, on your iPhone or Android. It's a great, fun, free way to meet people in a very quick fashion, and hopefully you can find what you're looking for.